President Cyril Ramaphosa has called on Mpumalanga to rise above its pressing challenges of unemployment, poverty and stagnant economic growth. Speaking in Middelburg today, where he met with the provincial executive, Ramaphosa emphasized the need for a united effort across all spheres of government. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali joining us live now to reflect on what came out of these meetings today. Veronica, good afternoon to you. And the president, how long is he going to be in Mpumalanga for? But also importantly, his assessment of service delivery in that area.
Well, Oli, this is a two-day trip for the president as he assesses essentially where this province is and the kind of challenges it faces. I mean, with a staggering unemployment rate of 35.5%, that's higher than the national average. President Cyril Ramaphosa announced today that half of the residents in this province live below the poverty line. But he did say, of course, that Mpumalanga, like many provinces in the country, need to boost economic growth. He spoke about the fact that Mpumalanga needs to leverage its many advantages to boost development. And some of those advantages essentially were the solutions that came out of today's meeting with both the national and provincial executive. It included, of course, its strong agricultural sector, saying that there were plans in motion to build an international agricultural market. They also spoke about building 2 new hospitals in the region to, of course, release that burden for some of the surrounding provinces in terms of boosting that healthcare infrastructure in the province. But the focal point really remains, of course, the mining sector here in Mpumalanga. The president, of course, speaking about ensuring that the just energy transition is indeed just and that it doesn't buckle already fragile livelihoods in this province. But let's have a listen to some of the solutions that came out of today's meeting.
When it comes to mining of coal will always be a feature of Mpumalanga province. The president sold a good idea that in the long run there should be a mining school in Mpumalanga province so that young people should be trained from early age in how to get and be part of the mining economy, which is a backbone of this province. And thirdly, what became also a third takeaway, this province does not have a psychiatric hospital, and it also does not have a central or provincial hospital. These patients from here overload other provinces like Gauteng, Northwest.
Veronica, let me divert your attention to what you are possibly experiencing there right now. I'm talking about the weather. It seems quite strange for us to talk to you as if nothing is happening around you. Mpumalanga has seen its fair share of floods in the last couple of months that have passed. And what is going on there today? Is there worry that there might be some heavy storms? It just doesn't look okay.
Well, of course, this is part of the summer season rains that do hit Mpumalanga, and we know that this is one of the hotspot areas when it comes to those weather warnings and those services. But also quite important that you bring that up, Oli, because tomorrow the president will in fact be visiting the refurbishment of a bridge that is part of the many infrastructure issues that Mpumalanga has faced when it's hit by those heavy torrential rains. And this was also part of the president's emphasis today, where he spoke about the need to strengthen Mpumalanga's infrastructure, not just from a weather resilient point of view, but also for tourism, also for the many roads that connect the mines and the provinces here. And so if today we are expecting to see any kind of torrential rains, it will be a test to see, of course, where Mpumalanga stands in terms of its readiness for the summer season. But again, we do know that it's an often issue here in this province because of that lack of upgrading of infrastructure. But again, this also speaks to why the meeting today was so pivotal, in regards to the the president meeting with ministers and the provincial government, because it shows the need for that intergovernmental relationship to ensure that whatever is happening from a national level is trickling down to a local level from a government perspective as well as municipalities, and that they can work together, because when there is service delivery shortfalls, something as simple as roads being washed away, bridges being washed away, it affects not only the province, but also the economic impact is felt on a nationwide basis. Oli.
Veronica Makhoali live for us there in Mpumalanga. Thank you very much for that update.